Right, so my smart oven has a camera. That's how this video is going to begin, besides the title, of course. I recently worked myself out to exhaustion, and that's the only way I can actually record this video. So, I got 40 minutes of a clear mind until I am a goner again, so no second takes, no long editing, just sit in front of your oven, drink some cocoa, because I fucking earned it. Once upon a time, there was a child born to two parents which had ADHD, and one of them had autism. And then somehow I was born. But if you don't flunk high school, if you finish university, everyone just lets you raw dog autism and ADHD, among other things. And you wonder how does life make sense? How do you end up recording a video about how hopefully future generations can avoid this issue? About dressing up as some weird zebra thing with shoes. I love these things. And trying not to lose the point that's in your mind. That's gonna happen a lot, isn't it? Hey, at least I'm authentic. So despite being inattentive and hyperactive, I manage to scrape through school, mostly on fear. I'll tell you this much. It does not seem like I'm the only one who has autism and ADHD, and the only way they can be motivated is just with enough fear. And I think my dad got it, because that was the primary way he got me to study. That and a belt. Same thing. And I just thought that's how the world is, you know. A bit of a pessimistic worldview, but not inaccurate so far. I stressed out so damn much. Every time I was pushed to my breaking point, I broke. Yeah, it didn't sound like it was going somewhere else now. Every time I had to pull myself up by the bootstraps, as the Americans call it, I got a new illness, so that was cool. To finish high school, I began developing anxiety, body dysmorphia, and and self-harm. It wasn't the intentional kind, it was the kind where you just start nibbling at your lip, like this. Just out of stress, you know. And 2 hours later, you realize you haven't stopped. You're still going, and there's a really weird noodle. And when you touch it, you feel electricity go down from here all the way here. And you don't stop trying to bite it for some reason. And then you end up in the hospital because you bit your vein off. That was me at 14. Apparently not a red flag. To normal parents it would be, but to my glorious special parents, it was like, we survived the Soviet age. No worried about this. You're still alive. You still got all your teeth. It's like, yeah, okay. I always wanted to be normal. It took me a long time to figure out that's not happening. Not happening. Trying to embrace it is much better. You can at least be yourself and die instead of being someone else you don't like and dying. Not that I like myself too much, but more than I liked myself when I was trying to be someone else. Right, where was I? Ah, yes, I was in the military because I shamed myself into thinking I need to man up. Enough of this weird behavior, time to be normal, time to be manly, grow some fucking muscle. Yeah, so that was my first real attempt at suicide because I realized group punishment is a bit of an ass because I lose all control. I lose all control. In school, it's like, hey, you're a bitch, you're a dumbass, go study. Are you study? You're not a bitch, you're not a dumbass. I can live with that. Once upon a time, I got so motivated, in the wrong way, but still motivated. I got a 10 out of fucking physics. The higher level of physics, the one you take in fucking 11th grade. The only one in the class. I still don't know how that happened. I am shitty at math, chemistry, and physics. Magic happens. But yeah, in the military, doesn't matter how good I did. There was one idiot that day, or that week, out of 101, then y'all getting punished. Y'all gonna get woken up at 3 a.m. in the middle of winter. You get 5 minutes to pack up all your bags from 15 to 20 kilos, and then go marching on the frozen, icy pavement for an hour, slipping every minute, which would be a good outcome. Then needing to carry someone because I was freezing, and my officer, my supervisor was like, you freezing? Go carry that guy. It is really sadistic. Sadistic. There we go. Sadistic. Oh, and the army also developed insomnia and disassociation. And it, how should I say, it feels like you're not even alive. You're like watching a show you don't want to watch. Like imagine you were forced to watch this, and from start to finish, and you can't turn it off, you can't pause, you can't look away. But when the video ends, you're just dead already. So you're forced watching something you don't want, and there's no alternative. So the only thing you can do is just go. So yeah. Thankfully, my parents did this thing called emotional intelligence, and they actually came through. That's why I'm still alive. That's why I'm still alive, despite all odds. And after the army, you're thinking, okay, I'm so fucked. I am so fucked of an individual. I'm gonna go study how to unfuck myself, because everything was fucked about me. You point somewhere in my body and it's either been broken, strained, or inflamed to the point where I couldn't move. That was me during my first exam session in university, where I was stressing so much about failing my exam that I thought it's not just the end of the world, it's like worse, it's like going to hell permanently. So of course I passed my exams. Hell, I got a scholarship because I did so good. And I also got a ribcage nerve neuralgia, which prevented me from moving and even breathing through my ribs. So I could just lay in bed and go. Like my breaths were like this, tiny. I was disassociating back then real hard, but It wasn't enough because literally lightning, whenever you try to move a muscle, that's not your diaphragm pulling your lungs down into your stomach. So, I wanted to die. Like, it was a logical decision. Hey, you can stay in your bed, laying, awaiting some tiny relief. Because your mother, when you're like 20, 23, 24, yeah, living with your parents, that's the least of my issues. When your mom comes back with muscle relaxants, to stab them in your butt, in your glutes, scientific, glutes maximus technically, so you can actually move a bit and maybe go to the bathroom. There have been a few times in my life where I did not feel hunger, and that was one of them. The body just knows, hey, you're in so much trouble. You ain't shitting, you ain't pissing, you ain't, maybe you're drinking. At best, you're breathing. That's what my body's capacity was at. And of course, my home country is a post-Soviet one, so they're really good at things that are physically broken with you. I broke a fucking arm when I was 2 or 3 years old, and you can't even tell which arm is burned, like broken. It's like, they did a good job on that one. Me having all this shit broken in my head, in my body, that they couldn't see, they're like, you're pretending. Which I understand that did happen in the Soviet age, but we're not in the Soviet age, and I would like you to adapt. Oh shit, I left the point again. Right, autism and ADHD. Right. So what it took this system to actually start acknowledging the fact that these things exist and people aren't pretending is for Lithuania. That's right, that's where I'm from. To be number one, the number one country in the world for suicide. Yeah, so that was cool. And the absurd thing was, you told Lithuanians this, I'm like, yeah, makes sense. Not surprised. It's like, absolutely not surprised. So then they start taking it more seriously. Slowly. Because bureaucracy is terrible. Anyway, it was until my third attempt to kill myself that they actually started taking me seriously. Also turns out I can bite through my vein, just on autopilot, but I cannot fucking see. Can you even see? It's so thin, you can't even see shit. I can't slice my veins vertically. It's just gross as shit. It's like the first time as a kid you're forced to put on like one of these shirts that just feels to your skin. It's like, kill me, kill me, kill me, kill me, kill me, kill me. I'll be naked as a monkey, I'll go run around, but I'm not wearing that shirt. And then they put you in that shirt and you're just trying to survive. And then the second you get home, you're like tearing this fucking thing off. And of course your parents are mad at you that you left it on the floor. It's like, that thing's the devil, I do not want it. And of course they don't care. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. So, good news. I got my ADHD diagnosis for free. If you call wasting your life until you're 20, back then 8? Yeah, 28. If you count wasting your life until you're 28, basically, free. I had to pay to get my autism diagnosis, autism spectrum diagnosis. It'll be properly autism in 2029 because Lithuania hasn't yet abandoned the outdated diagnosis of Asperger's. Because Lithuania. At least my doctor knows about this. So ADHD diagnosis free, autism diagnosis 300 euros. Americans watching this like, that's good, that's good. But of course the issue is trying to learn some new skills to handle your autism and ADHD when you're 30. There's like some roadblocks. Because most of the normal kids, they learn that during their first years of class. I didn't, obviously. If you relate, you also didn't learn shit. You were just doing your best not to get bullied. Maybe you got bullied so hard, including by your freaking by your high school crush. You got bullied by them so hard about being fat. You went on the most strict diet your entire generation has seen, including the famine, which was present in Lithuania many times through many occupations. And you lost 13 kilos in 5 weeks. Yeah, I forgot. That also fucked me up. I was cold all the time. I used to be the kid who would just go with shorts and a t-shirt out to play with snow. No issue. After that, I'm with a freaking hoodie in summer. Oh, and in winter, mm-mm. 2 hoodies in class. And you get sick like that. A tiny and you're dying. You're absolutely dying. You feel like you're fucking 80, which is an insult to my grandpa, who was like the most workaholic motherfucker ever, even at his age. And I have not seen him sick, besides that one time he got cancer for smoking too much and died. That was tough for a 7-year-old. Right, back to the point. I told you I got no notes. I got butter to keep my glucose steady. Also, this isn't a joke, I just do this. It's healthier than eating, I don't know, sugar, wheat. Yes, I would know. I have a diploma in that shit. Autism and ADHD. Alright, so I'm expected to have a job, build a career, and also learn how to manage my ADHD and my autism, along other things wrong with my body, all at the same time. And it really feels like it's an uphill battle. Or many days you're thinking, you know, my depression is perfectly logical. Because this shit does make you want to kill yourself. Because not everyone starts at the same difficulty level. Like, don't get me wrong. I have an Indian friend and I could not have survived being Indian. The huge families he had, the freaking dynamic of the family, and also just the fact that It's so overpopulated, crime is everywhere, driving is a joke. Also explains why all the Indians are emigrating. Can't blame you. Cannot blame you at all. Maybe I would have done good as an African Aboriginal hunting. I forgot what they hunt. I was gonna say mammoths, but those got extinct a long time ago. Hippos? I don't think they hunt hippos, it's kind of dangerous. Get to the point already. Your mind's fogging up already. So, I'm grateful that I have received help, finally. It's gonna be a long journey up till the day I die to make the most out of my life now. Hopefully, waste less of it. And just to end this video in a completely unpredictable way, I do think that autistic people and people with attention deficit existed for long, long and many years and decades and centuries. Me and my fiance were like, hey, you know, ADHD people would be excellent hunter-gatherers. It's like you're looking for some, I don't know, some deer. Say, ooh, mushroom, ooh, berries. Ooh, that's some nice root. Wild carrot, got it. That would be useful back then. And I do think as a society, at some point, we benefited from our neurodivergence. And now that society is trying to make us all fit into this tiny square box, everything outside the box, which is me, and probably you if you're watching, we're forced to be something we're not. And please, don't let anyone tell you that you're lazy. I have worked, sometimes even for free. I have volunteered out the ass, and people ask me, how much are you getting paid? It's like, I'm just here to help. I work for entire days just because I believe in value of what we're doing. And I'm sure we'll get back to a more holistic society that accepts more people, not just forces everyone to wear their dollar amounts on their forehead. Doesn't equate to how much you earn, to how good of a human you are. Because, I mean, if you're honest with yourself, you can realize how much you make is not how good of a human you are. It's how good of a worker you are in the single metric of money made. Though single metrics will ruin everything. I'm not the first one to tell it. I'm not the last. Oh, and humans break every system humans create, so we should not be stuck in the current system because clearly we've broken it. Is this video going anywhere else? Yeah. Get diagnosed. Believe in your fucking right to suffer, and don't fucking tell people, oh no, it's like you're privileged, you can't suffer, you got everything good. No, like middle finger, double middle finger. Tell them to fuck off and believe in yourself. because every human has value in it. You just need to find it, express it, and find a marketing specialist who can help you sell it, because it's the world we're living in, lad. See ya.